Amelia Weaver was always engrossed in her phone. Her eyes would flicker as she stared at the screen. She was forever researching photography for inspiration. Just then, a notification popped up on Instagram. A friend request from a stranger named Dennis sees everything. Curiosity piqued. She hesitated for a moment before accepting the request. Dennis was just too handsome for her to ignore.
Hey, your photography is fire.
Hi. Thanks.
What got you into photography? Your photos are insane.
And so, their conversation continued, subtly building a connection between Amelia and Dennis as they discovered their shared love for photography and art. Days turned into weeks, then months had passed, and Amelia's conversations with Dennis grew more intimate with each passing message. What started as casual banter soon evolved into deeper discussions, as they discovered shared interests and personal stories. Their exchanges became a refuge from the mundane, a sanctuary where they could be their authentic selves. Amelia found herself drawn to Dennis's wit and charm, his words resonating deep within her. They exchanged photos, sharing glimpses of their lives through filtered lenses. Late-night conversations became the norm, as they reveled in the comfort of virtual companionship.
So, I've been thinking, my anxieties with video chat and talking on the phone. Thanks for understanding, by the way, but maybe we could actually meet up in person?
Wow, I have been thinking that a lot lately. I was just about to suggest the same thing. But, I won't lie, I'm feeling pretty nervous about it.
Absolutely. I feel I've already met you. It feels like the next natural step. I just hope we click as well offline as we do online, huh?
A further 6 months went on and Amelia had been busy with work. They had both dithered at the prospect of meeting as they were frightened they may ruin their friendship, until one evening, their conversation took an unexpected turn and they finally agreed to meet. Amelia's curiosity mingled with trepidation, as she hesitated to step into the unknown. The allure of the forbidden tugged at her, like a siren's call she couldn't resist.
How about we take our meeting to the next level and have a midnight moonlight dinner?
Sounds really romantic, but I'm not sure if I'm ready for something like that just yet.
They planned on a moonlit supper picnic on the roof balcony of an old cotton mill. The place was of Amelia's choosing. It was a childhood haunt of hers, a beautiful Victorian windmill. The only problem was it was deep in the heart of Havenwood Forest. Amelia's heart raced as she left her car. Guided solely by the pale glow of moonlight, she continued toward the woods. Dennis had made the night sound exciting, and quite romantic, Amelia had thought. She instantly lost that feeling, in exchange for doubt and fear. Though she had been speaking to Dennis every day for just almost 2 years, she suddenly began to question this encounter. Each step she took felt like a leap into the unknown, her senses heightened by the anticipation of their encounter. As Amelia traversed the shadowed path, she could almost hear the whispering secrets of the night. Her phone clutched tightly in her trembling hand. She exchanged nervous glances with the surrounding trees, and as if they held the answer she sought. Her pulse quickened, the adrenaline coursing through her veins, as she drew closer to their rendezvous point. Finally, Amelia reached the designated clearing. The wind rustled through the trees, creating an eerie symphony that sent shivers down her spine. As she glanced around, her heart pounding in her chest, there was a sudden silence, as if nature itself held its breath, aware of the impending twist of fate. Emerging from the darkness, a shadow materialized before her. The stranger's features were shrouded in darkness, their presence both unsettling and perplexing.
Dennis? Who are you?
Dennis doesn't exist. I've been playing a game with you. But you should know me.
I don't know you. I can't remember ever meeting you.
Oh, Amelia, that's the beauty of it. I've been watching you from afar, studying your life, your habits, and your secrets. I know everything about you, even if you can't remember me. And now, it's your time.
Amelia's mind raced, desperately searching for any recollection of the voice. But try as she might, she couldn't conjure up any memories of anyone she had any quarrels with. The pieces didn't fit together, leaving her with a chilling sense of unease. She was in a twisted game of manipulation and deceit. The figure, who claimed to know her, had orchestrated this entire charade for reasons unknown. Fear mingled with anger within Amelia. Her trust had been exploited for someone's sinister amusement. She refused to be a pawn in their game. With a surge of adrenaline, Amelia turned and sprinted away from the clearing. She ran through the dense forest, branches whipping against her skin, tears streaming down her face. But she could not outrun her predator. The figure moved like lightning. They charged after Amelia with a supernatural determination and caught up with her in no time. Amelia felt the blood running down the arch of her back before any pain had set in. She had a major moment of confusion, but she knew instantly something was terribly wrong. She instantly felt a sharp spike when the knife entered her back for a second time. Luckily it was a small knife, she thought. When she turned to stop him from stabbing her a third time, she got a glimpse of the tiny blade. She kicked her attacker's lower leg so hard they lost balance and lurched back. Amelia was tired and in pain. She did not expect this to happen. She did not expect to be in a situation where she is losing a lot of blood fast, she may be even dying. She did not expect her attacker to catch up to her, never mind actually be a risk to her life. Amelia was more annoyed for putting herself in harm's way. She is usually very careful. She was careful enough to pull out her gun from a hidden holster pretty quickly, steady enough to aim at the barrel directly at her attacker's head, instantly fire a single shot and not get any blood on her clothes. You see, Amelia was very good with a gun. She would put them down with one shot every time. But she was stupid tonight. She couldn't believe how she let herself get a little too carried away playing the victim. She likes to set them up first, let them feel like they have power. Control goes to their heads every time, and Amelia really enjoyed seeing their faces the second she pulled out a bigger or better weapon than they had. She knew this one was a knife killer. His victims all had died from multiple stab wounds, and Amelia was good at deciding what weapon she needed to fit the role. She had been doing it for a while now and was getting very efficient at it, which is why she hated herself for letting this fool nearly kill her. She inspected her assailant's face before carefully carving it off with a kitchen knife and placing it in her pocket. Amelia's photography is very real. She liked taking selfies with the murder weapons. She loved to find art in things. Amelia's story became a haunting reminder that not everything is as it seems in the world of virtual connections. The virtual world is not real.